Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name, I had to think about it. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning. It's 6:10 a.m. It's February 19th. Happy Monday morning. Happy President's Day. For all the kids and kittens out there that don't have school or maybe don't have work today, hope you enjoy your day off. And President's Day, which I think is the celebration of kind of between George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthday, if memory serves, was just out for my dog walk with Holly, and was thinking about presidents. Guess it's probably what we're supposed to do on President's Day. Oh, but before I get into presidents or wherever else this conversation might go, this is a show I've been doing for a long time, and it's a show about me talking and kind of rambling about things first thing in the morning. But for those that have watched in a while, you know it's not just a show about me rambling. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee, and I am so excited to have my first sip at this early hour on this President's Day morning. My hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Just us. It's hot, and it's the Sumatra. It's my second day in a row. One of my watchers, RJ, commented yesterday that he was happy it was the Sumatra. Thought I'd make him happy 2 days in a row, so let's go. Oh, it's so good. So good. So good. It's so needed this morning. So anyway, how you guys doing? How you feeling? How'd you sleep? I think I'm doing well. I think I'm feeling well, and I think I slept real well. Kind of stayed up a little later last night. Was watching a kind of movie documentary about Albert Einstein and the bomb. I thought it was pretty interesting. It was a lot about his relationship with Nazi Germany, and his struggles and his fight for pacifism, or his inner belief in pacifism while still dealing with the guilt for whatever role he played in bringing us to the nuclear age. And I thought it was pretty interesting. But anyway, I had a great night's sleep. Woke a few times during the night, but with positive thoughts, which felt really good. Because I think I've been struggling with anxiety and a little bit of sadness or depression the last, I don't know, maybe a couple months actually. And I, for some reason this morning, woke with a little more optimism than I've had, over the last bit. And makes me excited, makes me obviously feel good, makes me optimistic, makes me, I think, enjoy little things like my dog walk just now, or the sip of coffee, or, it's just nice to wake up feeling good. So let's have a little more coffee. Anyway, I watch a lot of documentaries, and I was talking about presidents earlier. Just trying to think of my top 5 presidents of all time. And number 1, I'm going to throw George Washington up there. Because not only was he the commander-in-chief during the Revolutionary War, but he was also the very first president, and did a job where there was no rule book, and there was no instruction manual, and there was no how to be the president of the United States. And he got us through the first 8 years. He left when he thought it was time. And although I don't think his presidency was perfect by any means, I'm going to just give him number 1, because he was the first. And again, he did it without, an instruction manual. Number 2, I'll go with Abe Lincoln. I guess it's President's Day, and it's his birthday, or it's celebration of his birthday as well. And did a lot of good things, got America through some of the hardest, probably the hardest times in our history, and held us together when holding us together probably was the most difficult thing to do. It probably would have been easier for us to fall apart, but he believed in our country and believed in what the United States stood for. Let me see. Number 3, I'm going to go with Teddy Roosevelt. It's probably a curve to a lot of people. He's maybe more progressive, I don't know, politically than I am. But he's got a few of my favorite quotes out there. He might have been a little bit of a warmonger at times. But again, he was a powerful president. And again, had, I think, very high ideals. He came from, he struggled a lot early on in his life, dealt with a lot of heartbreak, and got through it, and went on to be, I'll say, our 3rd greatest president. Who would I give number 4? I was thinking about it just a minute ago. I for some reason, JFK stands out a lot to me. And I think we have a tendency to maybe glorify those that are taken from us early. I know we do it with musicians, and perhaps we do it with presidents. But I'll throw JFK in for number 4. He had he faced down the Soviet Union in a very challenging time and got us through, some really tumultuous years as well. His presidency was short, but he was by far in no way a perfect man or president. But just some of the quotes I've heard from him and some of the speeches I've heard from him, still resonate with me today. And I think he was killed in 1963, which was 5 years before I was born. So, and number 5, I'm going to go for Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, he was he became president in 1980 or 81, I guess, when I was 12 or 13 years old. And he, I thought, inspired this country at a time where we need inspiring. And I remember one political cartoon when he was coming into office and Jimmy Carter was leaving, and the Soviet leader at the time was Leonid Brezhnev. And this was in the heart of the Cold War, and scary times, probably for the whole world. And Leonid Brezhnev was looking at Reagan coming in this cartoon and said, uh-oh, this guy means business. Or he said something like that. Or he was more afraid, more intimidated, more than he was by Jimmy Carter. And it just showed he, at least in this cartoonist's eyes, valued the strength and what Ronald Reagan stood for. And again, Ronald Reagan, I think, was able to inspire a country, in my youth and in my childhood. So that's my list of top 5 presidents. Feel free to share some of your own thoughts, but I'm going to share some more coffee. Oh, and I'm so looking forward to my day, and I hope you're looking forward to your Monday as well. Whether you have the day off, or whether you're going to school or going to work, or whatever you're doing, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. I hope you're rested from the weekend, and that you had a great weekend, and that you're feeling good, and that you're loving yourself, and that you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.